last episode, we stopped in a mining town called Rio Turbio, located in southern Argentina. With heavy rain keeping us off the bikes, we spent the day exploring the local sites and tracked down some much needed essentials, including cash. We also managed to give our bikes a good wash. Now that the sun is out, we'll be heading cross-country along the famous Route 40 to its last destination, Rio Gallegos. From there, we'll continue south towards Tierra del Fuego, also known as the end of the world. This remote island is home to Ushuaia, the southernmost city on the planet, which will be our final stop until we begin the long journey north to Alaska. This last stretch of Route 40 between Rio Turbio and Rio Gallegos is incredibly sparse. To put it in perspective, there's over 200 kilometres between towns or any sign of life in this region. The road conditions were actually pretty good, but once again, the wind wasn't on our side. Apart from stopping for a quick bite to eat, we didn't hang about for too long in this area. We got to Rio Gallegos, eventually found accommodation, and even had a full-blown conversation in Spanish.
I think it went well. I think she understood what I said. I tried to communicate to her that we were here, and I think she's going to be here in an hour. I think that's what she said to me. So we're going to go to the shops, buy some food, and come back in an hour, and hopefully she's here. If she's not, then my Spanish failed me.
Much to our amazement, it actually worked. We called it a night and in the morning got ourselves prepared and ready for the next leg of our adventure.
Good morning, good morning. Big day ahead. We're looking at about 358 k's, and that's including 2 border crossings. We're being slightly optimistic in trying to do 2 border crossings today. It's all just dependent on how busy they are. Going into Chile seems to be a lot more vigorous in comparison to entering Argentina. So maybe the first one when we enter Chile may take a little bit longer than the second border crossing, which is when we go back into Argentina. I'm pretty excited about the fact that we are just so close to Ushuaia. It's such a big milestone in our trip, and it's kind of like it's weird to say the starting point because we've been on the road for a good few weeks now, but it is that's kind of ticking one goal that we've reached, like the most southerly point of the Americas, before we then embark on the rest of the trip, which is really exciting. So yeah,
there looks to be a bit of a queue. We might be here for a little while.
it looks busy.
It does, doesn't it?
I think that's the car park over there. So rather than us walking all the way from here to that building, let's just go through the gravel and just whack it there.
Okay, sounds good. Let's go there. After you.
You lead the way. Ladies first for a change. All right, let's go. Usually it's age before beauty. Who wants to go first? Shall I?
What's that, Hayley?
Shall I go first?
Yeah, you can do, yeah. How did you go?
Success. Definitely the busiest border control that we've been to. I would go now. It's busy, but all the paperwork's done on my side, so I can leave. Bye.
That was a very streamline, quick and easy departure from Argentina. The easiest one yet. It was the first one where I haven't had to explain what the Carnet de Passage was and explain to them where to stamp, import, export, which pieces of paper to keep, etc. I'm guessing it's because this is such a busy border crossing with overland travellers that would have the Carnet de Passage. Yeah, they're quite familiar with it, which was nice. About 15 minutes in and out of that building. Perfect. Let's go and enter Chile. Just sat at the border to Chile eating the rest of my sandwiches and my bananas before they take them off me, because you can't travel through into Chile with any produce like this, and it's not going to waste.
Matt's always slowing us down.
We both know that that is not the case.
You're as good as your last. Come on, mate. We're on a tight schedule.
Yeah.
One border down, one to go. And this one was always going to be the one that took the longest. So hopefully the next one won't be too bad. Guanaco. I can't pronounce it.
We are back in Chile. It wasn't too bad of a border crossing from either side. We're only going to be in Chile for 225 k's. We're hopefully going to get back out into Argentina and into Tierra del Fuego later today. I doubt we'll even stop. We might stop for a little break. Toilet break. Just passing through Chile. This road to Tierra del Fuego, we have to cross this patch of water, and there's a little ferry. Now, I did do a bit of research last night, and I don't think you have to book. I think you can just turn up and jump on and pay once you get on the ferry. And I think it's around 25-30 minutes, so just a short little trip.
This boat's actually pretty big.
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna get on straight away. We didn't even have to wait for a minute.
Bye, Felicia.
Right, start thinking about where you're going to put your bike and what you're going to lean it on, okay?
I'm going to lean it on your bike. I've decided. I think that's the best idea.
Okay, that's fair enough, actually. That's fair enough.
I actually said that more as a joke, just to wind you up.
Well, no, because that's going to be our only option. Go on, you go first.
I don't know where we're going.
I'll go first.
But where are we going?
I'll tell you now. Back here. Yep. You have to go right up against that wall then, to allow you to... That's it. Right now. That's it, lean yours over. That'll be okay.
I think so.
Tie it to mine.
Yeah, I've got the strap here.
Perfect. We just pulled over for a little bathroom break, but the temperature's dropped a couple of degrees in the last 10 minutes and it looks like we got some weather coming in. Hopefully it's not going to be too bad. Praying it's not rain.
See you later, sucker.
See ya.
See you in Argentina, sucker.
You wouldn't leave me behind.
Yeah, I would.
Border crossing number 2 for today.
So it's about 5:30. We have just got to the second border, which is Paso San Sebastian. This is the one that's going from Chile to Argentina. So I think we've made pretty good time. The benefits of being further south is that you get a lot more daylight, which is what you want when you're motorbike riding. Matt's just in there now doing his paperwork and getting everything stamped out of the country. We're only at part 1, so we're on the Chilean side stamping out the country. We still need to go all the way to the Argentinian side and stamp in. And then we should be at Rio Grande in about an hour after that. So yeah, we shall see. That's if this rain doesn't descend on us. My ray of sunshine, the apple of my eye, my bike. How did you get on?
Yeah, good, it was fine.
Yeah?
He refused to stamp my car passage out of the country though.
Why?
And they wouldn't stamp my passport either, so I don't know, we'll see how that goes.
Oh.
Yeah. He wasn't the most friendly guy in there. That's all, didn't want to help me.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see how I get on. I'll show him my charms.
So we are at the last border control of the day. We are stamping into Argentina now. The last border control, really straightforward. You can tell it was at the end of the day because you could tell they were losing the will to live and were stamping things. They didn't even stamp Matt's passport, they just stamped his visa and all sorts. So hopefully that won't cause too much of an issue now. Stamping into Argentina shouldn't do in theory. I'm excited to get into Argentina because this will be the last one now for about 5 days or so, and we can kind of relax now. Whew. It will be good. It's gotten really cold, keeping my gloves on the bike whilst I'm waiting for Matt because it's so cold.
And we are officially in Argentina once I hand this little piece of paper to this guy. He didn't even want to see it. He was happy. We're in. That's a cool statue to have outside a hostel.
It's really cool. Oh, he's right on the coast.
Yeah, right next to it, and the tide is out.
Wow. I love what he's done with the place.
How cool is this place? We just popped inside and had a coffee to warm up. There's stickers, bike paraphernalia everywhere from people all over the world that have travelled here. And they've even got this cool little place to park the bikes. And our room has, if whoop, curtain rails come down. If the tide was in, we'd have a sea view. It's probably about 8:10 now. It's been a long day for us. We thought it was going to be a long day, considering we've done 2 border crossings and a ferry. We left Argentina this morning, entered Chile, left Chile, entered Argentina. They were fairly straightforward, but yeah, it ended up being a fairly long day. In the morning, we'll ride from Rio Grande to Ushuaia. We're going to go and grab these pizzas, have some food and warm up and settle down for the night.